guys, Joe here from Xfox Games. Check it out. Yes, we have the Nerf rival MXVII-1200, otherwise known as the Hera. Is that how you say it? Anyways, we wanted to go over this because we've had this for about a year, and you could actually still pick these up on Amazon. I think they're right around about $50 or $60, and they're still a very viable and capable blaster out there on the market today. And we've been seeing a lot of these come up on the secondary market, especially like eBay and OfferUp and all of those, all of those secondary sites where you can sell your items. And I think it's because a lot of the newer blasters that are coming out, things like the Percy's here, they come with a battery pack, they shoot full auto, they carry more. It's just, a lot of those are superseding this, so we're seeing a lot of the older rival models hit that kind of secondary market. So I figured, hey, if you guys are seeing this and you guys are wondering, man, is that something I should pick up? I'll show you a few things that, to look for, as well as, what our performance has been with this particular blaster. So overall, just looking at it, it is a sweet looking blaster. I mean, it's compact, it has a great front grip that you can grab onto, and it's just a overall good blaster. I think that Nerf really did a good job when they built this. Now, one of the things to note, of course, if you look at that, is the grip itself. The grip is, on this, it is huge. This is probably the biggest grip that I've ever grabbed on really any Nerf blaster. You can see on my hand there, I mean, my fingers, they touch, but some of them, these Nerf blasters, I can wrap my whole hand around that thing and then some. But this actually is almost just too big, I feel like. I feel like if someone could 3D print something a little bit smaller, I don't know, or maybe shave that thing down a little bit to give it just a little bit tighter of a grip, I think it would be great. But still, even though how big it is, it still feels great in the hands. We've put, again, probably on this one, 3,000 rounds through it, minimum. Because again, we sometimes go in the backyard, put a few batteries in this thing, and just shoot. And just load up a few clips and just shoot. So the grip is one of the things that I noticed right out of the gate. It's like, man, this grip is just huge. Now, of course, you'll notice up here on the top as well, you have that nice Picatinny rail. Now, it's not that big. Half of the Picatinny rail is integrated into the battery cover, and then the other half of it is integrated into the flip top where you can get in if you jam a ball. But it is pretty nice, so you can fit things like this right here, like an extra round, extra ammo round, or you can fit, of course, the rival red dot, or again, any Picatinny rail or any Picatinny item that you want to stick on there. One of the things that does disappoint me about this is, yes, there is no rail on the right or left side. That was one of my biggest things about the Zeus, is it had the rail on the right and left side, so you can fit things like extra clips or other items on the side, and this has ample enough room for it. I really would have liked to see that on the right hand side, at least one, so you can fit 2 extra clips to go down the side, because again, this is a clip fed. So the Picatinny rail is great. One of the things that I think why you might see this additionally out on the additional market is because of the battery system. So that's right here on the top. You just slide that plastic piece back once you kind of release that little screw there, and you're going to notice, yes, this thing uses 6C batteries, which is crazy. To me, 6C batteries, I mean, it's not cheap. Again, they're, probably run you around $8 or so. And I don't know how many shots that we got out of these, but you do notice a little bit dip, right? You're not going to probably blast through all of these in one trip to go with your friends, but you're going to notice over a while, you're going to be like, man, I'm only shooting 70, I'm shooting 60. What is happening? It's probably because the C batteries are going bad. Now, you can buy rechargeables. That is perfectly fine if you want to do that, but I always recommend, if you haven't already, pick up one of these. The little Nerf rival battery packs here. Now, these are 7.2 volt, right? Comparison to 6 times 1.5, right? So you actually get more performance out of this comparison to one of these, but the convenience of this is what I look for, because the convenience, you just drop it in, you put the battery cover on, and you're good to go. Recharge it back up, you're ready to go. You don't spend a ton of money. And these only are about right now, I think they were like, I got them for like $15 a piece on Amazon. Now you can, if you want, and we haven't done it to ours, this is a great candidate for a Lipo Battery Mod. I mean, it's compact, you don't have to have a lot of wires running everywhere, and I see a lot of people do that. We might do that to both of ours, but these have been running so great off our battery packs. You just dump it in, put the top on, and you're ready to go, that we haven't done it yet. So you can see here, So, I mean, if you can battery Lipo mod this thing, again, I would say, yeah, definitely do it. You can get a 3-cell Lipo. You're going to get more performance out of a Lipo. You're going to save a ton of weight, and it's just a little bit cleaner, right? I mean, this is actually already light as is. Once you do stick in the six cell batteries, I think it's a little bit heavy. Now, the weight between the battery pack and, of course, the 6Cs, night and day, right? This battery pack is so much lighter. So I would say, look, if you can pick this up, save yourself the headaches, charge one of these things up before your battles, and just save yourself some of the headache. So putting this on, pretty straightforward. Just slide it on, perfect. Now, you could take a look at the front of this thing, and I think that's one of the cool things, just looking at the front. That thing is just menacing looking. It has a nice front grip up here, whether it is supposed to be meant for your hand or not. I really would have liked a Picatinny rail here at the bottom so you can have something to grab like this, but holding it like this, I have no problems with that. I feel really compact here. I feel like, you know, hey, we're going to go blasting things up with this thing. I really like it. Of course, the feed system, right? Yes, it uses mags. I really wish, right, that you can integrate this to some type of hopper like a mini Percy's. That would be awesome. Mags are pretty straightforward. You just go ahead and slide them in the bottom there just like normal. And this does accept either the 12 or the 6-round magazines. Either are perfectly fine. It locks into place really nice. I get that it sticks out a little bit, from the bottom, but it doesn't seem to bother me at all, right? You just go ahead and push that little button to release. Put it back in. Release. I mean, it's really, really quick. So, I don't know. I would say pick up a few extra of these magazines if you guys haven't already. You can see right there, I mean, they go for like 25 bucks for 4. And then I think, yeah, having 5 of these things or 4 of these things, it's almost 50 rounds. I think it's quite a bit to shoot, especially because this thing is actually rather accurate. So you can see here, the FPS on this thing, just like with most Nerf rivals, it's shooting right about 95 FPS. I think that's kind of the sweet spot for them, right? Not 100, not 90, about 95. And it shoots fairly well. I didn't have an issue with this, or have had an issue with this. It just keeps performing over and over again. And it tends to shoot all the Nerf rival rounds that we throw at it through it, whether they're the generic ones, whether they're the X-Shot ones. It seems to not matter, which you'll see later on a couple of the other reviews that we do on a couple of these. Some of them really like certain type of Nerf balls. So some of them are a little bit harder. It doesn't like to shoot it. It jams. You got to take it off. So we'll kind of go over that later when we hit some of the other ones. But yeah, I just briefly wanted to touch on this, guys, to kind of go over, this blaster and show you that, you know what, this is still a viable and very nice blaster to have nowadays if you guys can pick it up on the secondary market. And again, once you kind of coop it up with this, yes, it's a fun all-around blaster, easy to maintain, where I've had no issues. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this particular model blaster down in the comments, or if you guys have it, let me know how many rounds you guys put through it, because again, I'm 3,000 plus, and I just want to know if you guys have had a good experience with this as well. So if you guys do see it, I say, yeah, pick this thing up at your local market. Definitely subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Get it on the giveaways that we're doing. Thanks again, Fox fans.